Aidan, you've won the Dubai duty-free Irish Derby no fewer than 16 times, but some of the best horses ever to have graced the gallops here in Ballydoyle have won the race.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously Galileo, High Chaparral will be probably two would spring to mind very quickly. Yeah, sure, Australia, Camelot. Yeah, a lot of great horses really. It's a great race, great track, great facility. It's a great weekend, and it's unbelievable for us to be able to win it. Really, very privileged position to have those horses really to train, and a lot of hard work by everybody before they're mated, when they go to Coolmore, when they go to the studs, when they come here. So a lot of hard work by everyone, but we feel very privileged to be in the position that we're in really.
And you mentioned Australia, and obviously a son of his went and won the Derby this year in Lambourn, and it would be a terrific achievement if he could match his father's achievement in winning the Derby double.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a lovely horse. He's like Australia himself, an absolute gentleman. He's a great mind, stays well, uncomplicated. I promise he's a lovely horse to do anything with. He's just one of those very unique horses. He's scopy, he's classy. Yeah, and obviously we were delighted with him in Epsom.
Yeah, the ride by Wayne was a terrific ride, and he literally he set out and won it the hard way, but won it very impressively, Aidan.
Yeah, he's a very off-handed horse. Obviously Wayne gave him a beautiful ride on the day, and Ryan rode him in Chester the same. He rode him forward. He's uncomplicated. He won his races doing that last year. So when you have a horse like that, it's not ever held hostage to any other horse in the race to pace or anything. He's just so straightforward, but like you said, Wayne gave him a beautiful ride on the day.
And as you've said before, he's a relaxed horse, Aidan, with a great mind.
Yeah, he's obviously a typical Australia. Australia himself was the only horse we ever had here with no fight or flight response, and he's the same. When you put him in first gear, he stays in first gear. Second gear, same. Third, fourth, up along. He's not influenced by any of his surroundings or any horse around him, so he's a total independent thinker. Those type of horses are really a pleasure to deal with.
And he looks like a horse who could get further in time. He could potentially be a leisure horse as well.
Yeah, I think so. Obviously he's a horse, stays very well. He got the 1.5 mile very well in Epsom, and he got the same in the Vaz in Chester. So very straightforward horse.
And you have a couple of other runners as well, most notably Puppet Master as well, and you might just tell us about him. He went and won the Lingfield Derby trial.
Yeah, he went and won the Lingfield trial. We were delighted with him that day. He's another horse, very off-handed, straightforward, should get 1.5 miles. It was, I think, nearly 1.5 miles that day. He should love the Curragh as well. He's in good shape. He did his last piece of work this morning, and we were very happy with him.
He hit the line very strongly that day.
He did. He gets the trip well, and the same. He sits in just behind the pace usually, and quickens and stays very well usually.
It has the makings of a great race this year's renewal. The first three from the Epsom Derby in Lambourn, in Lazy Griff, and of course Hennessy Stud, who's a very, very nice horse. So it is a very tasty renewal this year if they all stood their ground. Yeah,
absolutely. Charlie's horse ran a great race in Epsom. I think he nearly followed us all the way, and Joseph's horse ran a Stormer as well, who was his first or second run back of the year, and he ran a lovely race the first day in the Derrinstown, or in the Ballysacks I think it was, and then it was a very good run as well. So it's always interesting when they meet again and to see what it's going to happen.
We mentioned Tennessee Stud. Obviously, if you don't win the race yourself, I'm sure you'd be delighted to see Joseph win it. One of the great days of your career, I'm sure, was watching Joseph win with La Trobe a few years ago, Aidan.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, nobody would be happier than us, exactly. And hopefully Joseph's horse improves from Epsom, and that can happen, and the track can improve him, and obviously time can improve them as well. So it would be unbelievable if he did.
The Pretty Polly, Aidan, on the Saturday, a race you've won 5 times in the past, most recently with Magical back in 2020, but you've some very nice entries for the Pretty Polly as well. You might talk us through them.
Yeah, well, Whirl is the one we're thinking of running. She's the main one. She was just beaten in the Epsom Oaks. She's a 3-year-old, but we always thought it is a race that would suit her. She seems to have come out of the race well, and at the moment she's the one that we're thinking of running in it.
Yeah, beaten the neck in the Opes, and had won the Musadora at York prior to that. So
yeah, she did over 1.25 miles as well, and was very impressive that day. So it was a big run out of her in Epsom as well, and that was a step up to 1.5 miles. But looking at her in York, you'd say she'd have no problem going back to a Group 1 over 1.25 miles.